Awesome.
You know,
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching FOODCASTER. FOODCASTER show. I'm Michael Seven. Michael, thank you so much for joining us. Quick shout out to Soundshark, our sponsor. This beautiful microphone that we have here. And of course, we have this lovely lady right here, Sam Eats Plants. How you doing, Sam?
hey y'all, I'm great.
So, Sam, you're a nutritionist.
Yes,
You're a counselor. You're actually a nutrition counselor.
I'm a nutrition counselor.
Yeah.
Yes.
And today we're talking about control in reference to cancer, in reference to eating so you could decrease as well as prevention.
Absolutely.
And-
And take control of your own health destiny.
You know what's so interesting? So brainwashed with music. I can't help but want to do that.
Oh, Janet.
Yeah, I can't help. But her lawyer hit me up, and he's a jerk, and I put that out there. And anyway, let's left piece.
So,
Shots fired. I could do that on my show. No, stop. Moving right along.
so there's some interesting chemical combinations that really help boost natural killer cells in the body. So natural killer cells are
Wait a
things that
minute,
we want.
wait a minute.
Yes.
Because you said this the last time we did a segment. You said that cancer cells are normal.
Yes.
It's basically a natural, loving, beautiful cell that now becomes mutated.
It's mutated.
And that's natural.
And it's natural.
Everybody has it.
Everyone has some type of cancer
So get over it. Everybody has it.
right now.
Right now. It's happening.
The only problem
Okay.
is when they duplicate so much where it becomes a mass, and typically they're on your organs, and then interrupts organ function. That is
wow.
when, but that takes years.
Wow.
Years and years and years and years and years. So,
So by the time someone says, hey, you have a tumor,
hey, you have a tumor,
you've been living with this.
you've been living with it for a long time.
Wow.
You've already been living for a long time. There are some very, very rare, fast-growing cancers, but I'm saying they're rare. And it's real, though. They are fast-growing, where maybe they started to grow, and in 2 years, it's a pretty sizable mass. That's fast. But those are rare.
So let's look at it this way. So some people, one of my heroes, Jim Henson, had throat cancer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And you could go down the line of different people, heroes, non-heroes,
Yeah.
neighbors, friends, family. Are there specific foods that you could eat to attack different cancers for part of the body?
Apparently, but I am not well-versed to know enough to be so specific, but
Right.
to be quite honest, the generalization of tropical fruit, lots of greens, juicing, fresh coconut water will do the bulk of any situation of cancer.
Wow.
That's just the bulk. And then there's certain things you can do to even boost it some more.
Wow.
So I want to share that with you.
Okay. Please do.
So I think we all understand antioxidants are extremely powerful, especially when it comes to cancer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to assume anything.
okay, cool.
Antioxidants. What is that? How do you break that down?
So let's say something is oxidized in your body. Rancid oil, meats, they create these things called free radicals in your body. Free radicals go around, they start hitting things and damaging stuff. We don't want them. We don't want them. It's like that dude at a party.
Yeah.
That is like, oh my God, you threw up in the bathroom too. Oh my gosh, he broke my vase. Like, that's a free radical.
Wow.
But the antioxidants come in and like, whoop, get rid of those
See,
free
I'm a
radicals.
geek. At first thing I thought it was Juggernaut, but go ahead.
But antioxidants get rid of those
Okay.
free radicals and neutralize that situation.
Right.
And so produce in general, even coffee has antioxidants, very little, but it has it too. But there are things that have a whole lot, and dark berries do. So like blueberries, blackberries, black raspberries, red raspberries, strawberries.
So it still goes with this rule: the darker the fruit, dark tropical fruits, as well as dark vegetables.
I would say dark colored fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
Tropical fruit really aids in degrading the protective layer outside of tumor cells. So, you know, every cell has a protective layer, like our skin. Our skin protects our body, right?
Correct.
This is our protective layer.
Right.
And some things can break our skin down like acid, right?
Right.
Pineapples, papaya, things like mangoes, they do that to tumor cells. And then when you juice with all those minerals, it's like...
So they flush out? No.
Well, basically, it destroys it.
Oh.
So there is a food protocol. I didn't come up with it. Somebody in another country did, where their recommendation is eat only tropical fruit for 10 days. And then for like 2 or 3 days, throw down vegetables like crazy. And the idea is you are just weakening and weakening and weakening the outside of the tumor cells all those 10 days. And then without your body even realizing it, flushing with minerals, and now these tumor cells are going. They're dying. They're dying.
Wow.
They're dying. That is the mindset of this guy. I only heard about this way of eating for cancer a couple of years ago, and I know there's people who've had success on it, but I don't have real data, so I wouldn't want to promote it in that way because I don't know.
And I respect that too, because there are too many people that pretend they know everything.
Yeah.
And as a disclaimer, watching this, no one's saying don't go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying don't do your own research. You should constantly research. This is our journey. Like, everyone is learning how to eat, and ironically enough, we're really looking to the past.
Yes.
Because they got it right. We just, through technology and science, have kind of lost our way.
I mean,
when it comes to food.
It's the human ego of like, oh, I can do nature better.
Right.
And then we just make things worse.
Interesting.
So, but yeah, even the amount we eat in a day, it's a little insane.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So someone close to me was like, yo, you got to eat, all these meals a day.
Yeah.
And they did nutrition in school.
Yeah.
They're older person, so you got to be respectful. But they did nutrition and all that other good stuff.
Yes.
But I've met so many ridiculously healthy people with different mentalities. Some is like, well, you know what? You eat when you're hungry. Which is what, small portions, but you eat when you're hungry. That's what we did thousands of years ago. And then other people said, like, I just need one real good meal a day and I'm good. And then there are those that follow pretty much everything that you said, but they still do the morning, lunch, and night.
So I'm going to tell you something.
For you, what do you think is best?
I'm going to tell you just the science of it, and then your listeners can determine what's best.
Okay.
I used to be a personal trainer, and it was a big deal in personal training work to eat like 6 to 8 times a day, right? Yeah. Well, it does that, but it boosts your metabolism. It does. So you can burn fat quicker. This is true.
Okay.
Now, but when you boost your metabolism, understand you shorten life.
Really?
Yes, because everything moves faster.
Your heart's a battery, right? So isn't it using more?
Everything moves faster.
Wow.
Everything moves faster. The way your cells do things move fast. Like, everything's faster, so everything's hastened. So everything's quickened. So it's great for...
Wait, so you're aging?
Yes.
Wow.
But you're losing body fat.
That makes sense, because you see those individuals that, like, they're in shape, but they have this...
Yes.
This...
I want to tell you a little bit about that too.
Yeah.
When you're in the fitness world,
it
is incredible how many people use steroids. It is not a small percentage. It's the majority, and women too.
Okay. And it's real. It's not a rumor.
No. I was in my gym. I think like half of the staff was on some type of steroid.
Wow.
For sure, including one of the women.
Wow.
But steroids don't make you strong. I just want to say that. But steroids speed up metabolic function. Oh. Much like eating 6 times a day, but eating 6 times a day doesn't do what steroids does. But steroids speeds up your processes in your body. So this is why you can work out chest really heavy on a Monday, go to sleep, and you can actually still work out chest again on Tuesday, because the healing process was sped up. The healing process was sped up, so now you can just do more. But because the healing process is sped up, everything is sped up. This is why bodybuilders, their life expectancy is like 60 years old.
Wow.
It's way lower than the regular average, because they do things that keep speeding up their metabolism. Wow. And so you speed up the age of your kidneys, the age of your liver. And this is why they die faster, bodybuilders.
Wow.
So, eating multiple times a day. Now, eating less than that. A few things. I said in the other segment that we take a lot of energy to digest food. If you're eating every 2 or 3 hours, when the hell are you taking a break? When are you getting your break? You're not.
Interesting.
You're not. So, yes, fat loss, sure. But overall well-being long-term, not so good. So now let's talk about eating 3 times a day. That was structured by the government, just so you understand, because it fit into a certain type of schedule that was necessary. So even like breakfast in the morning, lunch, and then dinner when you come home at night, it just kind of fits into this like working in a daytime type of structure. People have to leave and go to work at this time. The kids are in school. It just works to go that way. But if you look at a rhythm of a child or even just an adult, your natural rhythm, if you can listen to it, doesn't really work that way all the time. Maybe sometimes, but not really.
Right.
A child left to their own devices probably won't eat till noon.
Interesting.
Probably won't eat till noon. If you really...
Yeah, messing around with you, I can't eat till noon. Take that.
So what happens...
Shots fired.
...is now if you want to take space between eating, you end up having more energy to do stuff. In fact, your morning workouts are better on an empty stomach. Now, if you wait too long and it's 3 p.m. and you haven't eaten, then you just feel like you want to fall out. But if you just work out in the morning and eat afterwards, oh my God, it's way better. I didn't even know. It took me up until 2 years ago to realize that that's what...
So you work out, then eat?
Yes, absolutely. I didn't used to. I grew up athletic, and I was always like trying to slam down food before my dance recital, before my dance performance, like thinking I had to. And when I started to not do that and do my workouts first, I had far more energy. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I spent like over 30 years doing the opposite.
Wow.
Like, it's crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, you have more energy, one. Second, your body can heal more stuff that you've done to it the day before if you give it like 12 to 14 hours of not eating. Because remember, digestion takes a lot of energy.
Wow.
So if you're not eating, your body's like, all right, kidney, all right, liver, let's get this. Oh, there's something coming here. Let's get rid of it. That's what your body's doing.
Now, just to build a bridge to cancer, that totally makes sense. Because if you're not resting,
yes,
how is your body going to deal with the cancer cells?
You got it.
Wow.
You got it.
Wow.
If I had a cancer crisis, I would make sure, well, I do a few things. I do a very supervised fasting. I'm not advising everyday people to just go fast. But I would do like a water fast or like a dry fast where not eating or drinking for like maybe 3 days, and maybe water fast, maybe do some juice cleanses if it's a real juice crisis. Cancer crisis. But overall, eat within a 6-hour window. Eat all the right things within a 6-hour window and let your body do what it needs to do. When you sleep is when we do most of the healing and repairing, right? Right. If you eat 2 hours or less before you sleep, then you're digesting.
You mean I gotta sleep?
Of course.
Oh, man.
But we don't want to be digesting while we sleep, because when we sleep is when we do most of our healing. So you want to have a nice space of time.
So what's the window between eating and going to sleep?
I'm sure that's varied for each person. And as far as data on it, I haven't seen anything succinct. But if you're eating real food, by the time you eat it, digest it, and it's utilized, it's probably like a 3-hour time frame. So I would say if you're going to bed at 10, you should have stopped eating somewhere around like 6:45. Okay. At the minimum. At the minimum. And if you're like in a real crisis mode, if you can do it, just eat within like 1 to 5 p.m. If you can train your body to do that. Eventually you get used to it. If you train your body to do it, you get used to it. So me, I'm already used to not eating until about 1 p.m.
So someone with cancer that sticks to the traditional eggs, bacon, cereal, then lunch, the burger, or, pasta, the cheese, and then eating whatever meal and then going to bed, they're actually shooting themselves in the foot.
You're literally feeding your tumor cells. with
Wow.
everything you just said.
Wow.
You're telling your body, you're telling these tumor cells, stick around, keep multiplying. I like you. Let me make sure you're comfortable.
Now, going the other route,
Yes.
does that just slow them down or does it get rid of them?
In actual data, it has reversed cancer. Right now, Dr. Dean Ornish is doing this huge prostate cancer study that the results are not completely tallied and out yet. It hasn't been published yet, but he started this a few years ago. It's amazing. The only factor he's changed is their diet. Has not changed exercise, has not changed anything else, just their diet. He hasn't added meditation. He hasn't added like doing retreats. All he did was change their diet to some form of a plant-based diet. I don't even know what it is because the study's not published yet, but
Right.
I know it's like a vegan diet.
Right.
And thus far as it's happening,
I'm laughing because, listen, everybody's got their thing. They got their hustle. And maybe their heart is in the right place.
Uh-huh.
But there are a lot of scams out there.
yes, there's tons. Look at the data. That's what I
Right.
always tell people. Look at what's been published. See
Right.
who funded it. Figure out
okay.
who funded it.
Right.
Try to make sure that they're neutral, and especially if they're published in very reputable medical journals like The Lancet, then you know you're on the right track.
Okay.
But Dr. Dean Ornish has been doing this stuff for decades. He has a really good reputation. But like I said, that's not published yet, but it's going on. And the last I heard a couple of years ago, like 93% prostate cancer reversal.
Wow.
All they changed was a diet. They had 93% right now. I have to say another thing about prostate cancer, though. Remember I said how you'll have it for years before you even know it?
Wow.
So in Japan, they were dissecting cadavers, dead bodies, just to do things for their own statistical purposes. And they
Right.
noticed that 81% of all the men that they dissected had prostate cancer, but they didn't die from it. They were just living with it, which is a beautiful piece of information to understand. You don't have to be scared.
Wow.
You don't have to be worried. Tons of people have cancer, will never
80
know. 81%, this is Japan where they eat better. 81% of all the male cadavers
Wow.
that they opened up had prostate cancer, but they did not die from that prostate cancer. These were not bodies that died from the prostate cancer.
Wow.
So,
You know, part of me say, well, what they die from? But
different things. Some of them are just old age, but different things. So to me, when I hear Dr. Dean Ornish is
Right.
doing this thing just with diet alone, and there's been a 93% as of about 2 years ago,
Wow.
a 93% tumor reversal rate, like it's shrinking. Hello.
Wow. And again, dark vegetables, tropical fruits.
To me,
Uh-huh.
stick to that primarily. I don't know what this.
What about nuts and beans?
Those.
Because I'm hearing different things. Because like if you go with the Dr. Sibi, he says beans aren't good because they're acidic.
So beans aren't acidic, but they're more acidic than fruits and vegetables, yes. Remember what I said in the other segment is if I was in a real crisis mode, I'd only eat fruits and vegetables.
Again, making a separation between crisis mode and just
general well-being.
general well-being.
And honestly, if you just only have a tumor, because honestly, you don't need to be scared of one tumor that's slow growing. So if you just even have a tumor, I would say, just go plant-based, eat mostly fruits and vegetables, and make sure you cook from home. Yeah, the beans will help. Sure, they're more acidic. Not all of Dr. Sebi's advice, his advice is great,
Okay.
but not all of his advice is backed up by data.
Okay.
So he also says that we shouldn't be eating things like broccoli, but I'm sorry, time and time again, you see how broccoli extinguishes cancer cells.
Wow.
We see it. So I cannot.
I like that little swoosh you did with your hand. One more time.
Nah.
Come on, just one more for the kids.
So I can't in good faith tell someone stay
Right.
away from broccoli because it's
Right.
not Dr. Sebi approved when
Right.
broccoli actually diminishes cancer.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But this is why you have to really do research. See
Okay.
what everyone has done thus far. You know, there's the
And this is like what I was saying at the end, and I'll say it again. This is a journey.
Journey.
We're trying to figure out, it's interesting. I mean, this has to do with food, but politically, socially,
Yes.
spiritually, romantically.
Yes.
Let's be real. We're trying to figure this out.
Yes.
You know?
And that's all we're doing.
Yeah.
Even the doctors.
Yes.
So understand that.
Yeah.
We're all practicing.
Listen, exactly.
Okay.
And you know what? And that's the thing. People don't even realize the words that they use. Well, I'm practicing medicine.
And I'm practicing law.
I'm practicing law.
Yeah. We're all trying to figure it out. And with the information that we have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, beans are not a problem. Beans are actually beneficial when it comes to cancer too. And it adds more roughage into your diet and more. It's not as effective as like greens and fruits, but hell yeah, it's still effective.
So let's just say someone says, you're full of crap.
It's fine.
And all this vegan stuff is just a craze. To me, it seems like, well, if the medical industry is just experimenting, what does it hurt you to try it and see? Like for a year, and not just like a week.
Yeah.
Just a year of your life.
Yep.
And after that year, if you don't feel better, if your skin doesn't, like if you don't have more energy, then, you know.
Literally tell people
is that fair
the
to
same
say
thing.
people?
I say 3 months. I don't even
Really?
say a
That's
year.
it?
I say 3 months because you will feel, different people will feel things at different times. Some people can feel a difference in 1 week.
Wow.
But that's not everybody. I
Right.
say give it 3 months of really eating real foods that you mostly cook from home, low oil, low salt. Who cares? Salt. Fine. Because even if you change everything else, the
Wait
salt
a minute.
doesn't matter.
What about pink Himalayan salt?
It's all fine.
It's all
whatever.
fine?
It's fine enough. It's fine. If you're mostly cooking from home, you're doing better.
Okay, so I'm gonna take you to my kitchen,
Oh,
and I need to know what I need to. Hey guys, if you want some things, just hit me up. 'Cause obviously, I can't eat it no more.
I mean, it's all up to you, but really,
Right.
3 months of eating real food
Right.
that is plant-based, definitely dairy-free, and I would
Okay.
say no meat, but if you eat meat less than 1 portion a week,
Mm-hmm.
you will feel so much better that you are going to continue just the same way.
Wow.
You will just continue, because once you start saying, my 3 months is over, let me get some soda and some chicken and some pizza, you're going to want to go to stay in your bathroom. Like,
Wow.
it's going to affect you because your body
Wow.
now knows how to function properly.
Wow, it doesn't want to move backwards.
Yeah, it has space to actually purge instead of like always stuffing and stuffing and stuffing, and then nothing can come out because your body just, it's like, I don't know what to do first. I don't know what to do first, so let me just shut down the vision, and let me shut down the hearing, and let me shut down how you think. This is what's happening. Why does everyone have glasses? What would we have done 1,000 years ago?
I know.
Think about it.
We would have been eaten by lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
Not only that,
Because you couldn't see it.
but the Aborigines in Australia, like when the Europeans got there, they were like, they could see stars that they couldn't see
Right. Yeah.
because they were just eating better and eating more like plant matter. So there was what we call 2020. I don't even think is our optimal vision. I don't even know what it is because we don't eat well. We don't live well. When people are like, I'm healthy, I don't need to change things. I always ask, do you wear glasses? Do you need glasses? How's your hearing? Do you wake up and need coffee? Oh, you're not healthy.
Wow.
But because other people are sick, visibly, and maybe have a hard time walking, or maybe has like a skin issue, if we compare, this is why I should never compare, if you compare yourself to that person, you're like, oh, I'm healthy.
Right.
You don't even know what health is supposed to
I'm about
feel
to say,
like.
we don't really know what.
You have no idea.
Wow.
You have no idea. And let me tell you, I ate everything growing up. I loved food. I overfed myself. I stuffed myself. I was always athletic. I didn't think it was a problem because I was like fit, right?
Right.
So I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter that I'm eating like 5 pancakes and eggs and hash browns, and I'm about to go to McDonald's for lunch. The fast food.
No worries.
Sorry about that. And I'm about to go to do fast food later on. It didn't matter to me. And then when I lost medical insurance, and that is what changed everything for me.
Wow.
I was like, well, I don't know what it means to be healthy.
Right.
Start doing research, start changing things. And I start feeling in a way that I hadn't felt probably since I was a child. But now I'm in my late 20s. And I'm like, what? This is how I'm supposed to feel? Like I didn't even realize I was, I don't want to say the word sick, but I can't think of another word. I didn't even know I was sick or sick-ish as I was athletic and playing soccer and on the dance team,
Right.
until I felt what it feels like to eat foods that we're supposed to eat. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta tell people.
Wow.
I gotta tell people. Things cleared up that I didn't even think were supposed to clear up.
Wow.
I had acne. I was on medication. I was on medication for acne. And then I told myself, you know what? I cannot be an adult still on medication for acne. I'm getting off this. I don't know what to do, but I'm going to figure it out. I was determined to figure it out.
That's funny.
I was determined to figure it out. And
Right.
at 25, I got off my medications. My skin raged against me. And I didn't care. I'm like,
And you don't answer, because I want people to be like, it's funny, given all these ages, and you're like,
Oh.
I thought she was 12. I thought she was 25. And see, that's the fruits of the
of my labor.
of your labor of love of
My
of
labor of
food.
love. And now I love eating that way. So
Wow. There you go.
no,
That's what you get. Keep wondering.
you don't want me to say? Don't
No,
say
you
it?
can if you want to. Sure.
I'm 36.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah. And I started changing my diet 14 years ago. I didn't go plant-based then.
Okay.
I just started changing my diet, started to
Okay.
get off of sugar, started to buy more organic. And at
Ooh.
yeah, what's up?
What? Before we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
What sugar can we eat?
Fruit.
Oh, so don't add any sugar to anything.
If you want to be real, no. But if you're okay and you're not, you don't have like a disease or chronic disease issue,
Right.
maple syrup or
Okay.
agave. Agave has environmental issues though, but maple syrup and maybe even
What can I make sorrel with? Don't take away my sorrow from me.
I won't, because I love sorrel too.
And sorrel's good for you.
So there's coconut sugar. Coconut sugar, I can't say it's a health food either, because it's still like just sugar with no fiber. However, it actually has minerals. It's one of the few sugars that have some vitamins and minerals, because it's coconut nectar dehydrated.
Oh.
So it
okay.
has beautiful flavor. I mean, and it's really tasty.
Okay.
But I could say that, but I'm not saying it's healthy. I'm saying it may be one of the best sweeteners. But really, if you want to be even healthier, but it's hard to do in a sorrel, is you take dates, because dates are really dense and they're really sweet, and you blend it up into a paste, and then you sweeten things with that. Like that's what I do for my kids' oatmeal. Like I scoop out blended dates, swirl it around their oatmeal.
Secrets. We got to get more secrets from you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Dude, what's your Instagram? People.
Oh, my Instagram is sameats.plants.
Okay.
That's my Instagram. And you find me there mostly. A little bit on Twitter, but my Twitter is mostly political, not really health.
Okay.
But my Instagram's more health.
And that's healthy.
You know.
Because
Because health is political.
Yeah, it is. Actually, yeah. I mean, I think it's very interesting how political food is. It really is. People get really. We got it. We'll do a thing
That's
on
a
that.
whole nother.
Yeah, we'll do a thing on that.
Yeah.
And also faith, very political. But thank you so much for
You're
sharing.
welcome.
You know, we could even do more on this topic. So anyone leave comments and let us know if anything seemed to be helpful, fruitful for you. Thank you so much. Sam Eats Plants.
Thank you, everybody.
And I did say that. Sam Eats Plants.
Because I do.
Because she I'm Michael 7 Michael. You're watching FOODCASTER. The show. FOODCASTER show. Thank you so much. Enjoy the journey. Remember, it is a journey. Again, anything that was said, do the research. And definitely, in this day and age where anyone could kind of stream or go online, do the research. Because we did a show and someone argued about Dr. Sibi something that I made. And there's conflicting information. It was specifically had to do with potatoes. Now, what is it? There are certain potatoes that are better for you, allegedly.
Different for you.
You know, or different things. But
Yeah.
but anyway, thank you so much. We will continue, and we're going to talk about that too. The different versions of different fruits and their strain. And why are you laughing?
We'll keep talking later.
We'll keep talking. Thank you so much for watching the FOODCASTER show. Take care. FOODCASTER.